A census taker once tried to test me. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. That's right, I'm going to be having the HannibAle Ale. Yeah, meaty. This isn't the HannibAle Ale, this is Dr. Pill's. It's my Pilsner. I just thought I'd have it first just to wet the palate just a little bit before I have the HannibAle Ale. Well, that's that one gone. Time for the HannibAle Ale. Right. Okay. This beer. Kerry Gray is the brewer. He brewed this for Braden's Monster Mash, which he held last year for Halloween, which was to brew an abomination of a beer. So, my finger twitching. I really want to do this. So he brewed a beer with liver, fava beans, and a nice Chianti. Let's see what this is like. You ready? Whew. Okay, let's just stop there. Doesn't smell meaty. Anyway, Kerry brews some interesting beers. He brews some really nice beers as well. I have a sour Christmas beer sitting in the fridge, and he's brewed a mild tea beer, so sort of based on Yeasty Boy's Gunnamatta. Actually, it was Tara, his partner. She brewed the Gunnamatta tea beer, and I tasted that, and whew, shit, that was nice. It was bloody nice. Yeah, brewing some really, really interesting beers. He has a beer on the blocks coming up soon called Deliverance. And along the lines of the meat theme, that one's got bacon in it. Bacon and beer. This one's got liver. So let's give this a crack, huh? Aroma. Not a hell of a lot of aroma in there. It's about a lot more maltier than I would have thought. Wow, let's just dive in, eh? Hey. Oh, it's not one for the vegetarians, really. Wow. Fuck. No. Pardon me. That is extremely interesting. It's an interesting flavour to describe. It's sweet. It's really sweet. I did not expect that at all. It has a very velvety taste to it. With a little bit of earthiness in there. The head is really effervescent, and it doesn't resemble what the taste should be like. You'd expect the head to be much more creamier based on the mouthfeel of that. I try and work out what the hell the flavour is. It's complex. It's extremely complex. There's a little bit of an almond sort of nutty flavour. It's really sweet. It's like some Belgian candy, but it's a meaty sweet. Meaty sweet. It's a jelly bean. There's a jelly bean flavour. It's a combination of a couple of jelly beans. It's that kind of sweetness. Gravy. No. Yeah, the caramelized edge off a steak, but sweeter, but not meaty. Yeah. This one is hard to put in a box. It is definitely very hard to put in a box. Maybe when it was first brewed and that first taste, the flavours were probably punching people in the face, but now they've just really mellowed out and evened out so much. The beans, I think the beans have possibly added a little bit of body. I think they might be the thing that's just adding that mouthfeel to the beer. But definitely the liver is... Liver. It feels weird talking about liver in a beer. Now I know from memory, Kerry cooked it all up, the liver and the beans and the wine, and added it to the fermenter. I think. Yeah, I think it was all cooked up and added to the fermenter afterwards. The Chianti in there is, I think that's adding a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of that red wine astringency. Red wine, is it red wine? It is red wine. Well, just a little bit of that wine astringency into the back of the palate. Okay, so what have I got so far? I've got jelly beans. I've got some sweetness in there. I've got a little bit of nut in there. I've got the caramelised edge of a steak. Not barbecued, slow cooked caramelised edge of a steak. Or the caramelised leftover on the fry pan from a steak. But not meaty, much sweeter. So maybe a steak that's been cooked with sugar, honey. Honey? No, not honey. Maple syrup. Candy. Candy. It's definitely a sweetness coming out on it. There's a heaviness in it. Excuse me. Because the burps are suppressed. Oh, that's weird. Is that weird? When you drink a beer and the burp just comes out real fast. These burps are like, oh, should I come up? Oh, I'm not sure. Am I meat? Should I fart? Or should I burp? That's what it is. The air inside that, the gas inside of that is confused. It doesn't know whether it's a meaty fart or whether it's a beery burp. So it's coming down and it's sort of getting midway and it's going, I'm not sure which way to go. Just a hypothesis, really. Wow. Outstanding. Anyway, I will keep on sipping on that as we go through the Homebrew Wednesday and I talk about what's been going on. Basically, fuck all, really. Money's tight. Money's pretty tight. Some of you may know that I haven't been paid in a long time through work. Cash flow issues and bits and pieces, and it takes its toll. You're trying to put on a brave face and soldier on through, but it does definitely take a toll. And it slows you down from doing the things that you want to do. A big shout out and cheers to Carl from All Grain Services for giving me a bag of grain so that I could at least get some brewing done, which was outstanding. And also, before doing this video, I shot in and I saw Carl at All Grain Services and he has some great ideas. He has some wonderful ideas about what to do with brewing, and it brightens up your life. You know? A hard day at the office, complaining about not getting paid and trying to work out what to do to move the company forward, and it sort of gets you down a little bit. And then you go see Carl, and Carl brightens your whole day up. The good old Irish charm. Just, yeah, he really outstanding. Cheers, Carl. Thank you so much for just being Carl, really. Cheers, Carl. Something else strange happens when you drink this beer. You have a craving for meat. Yum. Some pork I cooked on the barbecue earlier. Just goes well with this. Right. Let's see what I can taste now, eh? brought the wine flavour out a lot more. So there was definitely a meaty flavour in there. And after eating some meat, the palate's evened out and I'm starting to pick out some different flavours. So that's something interesting to do. If you know that there's something in the beer, have some of them. You know, if it's raspberries, if it's cherries, strawberries, meat, liver, have some of it with the beer while you have it. I mean, and your palate evens out a little bit and you start to taste something different. As I was saying, Kerry, you have brewed an outstanding beer there. I'm shocked. Absolutely shocked. I didn't know what it was going to taste like. Coming into this beer, I sort of thought, ooh, liver. I'm not a big fan of offal. But yeah, it's brewed up really, really well. Brewed to the point that I'm sitting there eating on meat. Oh, yeah. Far out. It's great. Anyway, onwards and upwards with our brewing. Challenges, brew challenges. We've got a couple of challenges that have been laid down. Braden, who won the Smash Off challenge last year, was in charge of naming the challenge for this year. And, well, this year, or naming the first challenge of 2014, the first brewing challenge, and he has named it. The specifications have been set. The gauntlet has been laid down for the people to pick up the challenge. It is War of the Wheats, and it'll be officially announced very soon. But basically it is brewing to a BJCP style guideline of a Weizen beer. So 15A, 15B, 15C. Weizen beer, Doppel Weizen, yeah. Yeah, all those German words that are hard to say when you're drunk. To purist laws, to German purist laws. So it has to have over 50% wheat malt, wheat in it, wheat in the grist. Excuse me. Also, as with a Smash Off, it's got one specific yeast. So everybody has to use M20, Mangrove Jack. Their Bavarian yeast. Their Bavarian wheat yeast. You try it. You have a couple of bloody pints of meat beer and try and say wheat and yeast in the same sentence. So yeah, no, that's a really interesting challenge. The reason he's picked it is not a lot of people like wheat beers. And this way you'll get to taste a variety of wheat beers if you participate in it, because it's a case swap. You'll end up with 20 wheat beers brewed by 19 other people that you get to judge and, you know, peer review to announce the winner. But also to highlight up the BJCP style guideline, because we're going to get 3 BJCP style judges to review the beers as well and give us their thoughts, so that the name of the challenge is to brew within the BJCP style guidelines. So that when you brew in a competition, you're brewing under category 15, you know what to do. It's a great idea to learn the style guidelines. This falls out of a style guideline, but it's a brilliant beer. Anyway, that is enough from me and my meaty beer, courtesy of Kerry Gray. Go check him out. Check him out on Facebook. He's not a YouTuber yet, but we want to get him onto the YouTube channel so that he can start to do some interesting stuff and show what he's doing with his brewing in 2014. Because when I popped out to see him in the new year, he's got some interesting ideas. Oh, there's that moth. Oh, hello. Be with. There it is. Hello, Moffy. You want to go outside? Play with the rest of the moths? And the pussycat? I had to lock the door because the moths were getting in. Come, hurry up. Here you go. Right. Anyway, happy homebrew Wednesday. Can't remember what I was saying before I let them off out, so I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this meat beer, liver, fuffa beans, and a nice Chianti.
Red alert! Red alert!
Oh, the beer's working. Fuck! That was quick. Oh, meaty. Hey. Oh, out the other ring. Beer with. Reminds me of grown-ups too, where you got a burp, a hiccup and fart at the same time. Good stuff, Kieran.